What up, fam? What up, fam? Punch Drunk in the building. Ready to talk some boxing for the hardcores and the casuals. How everybody doing today? I'm gonna sit here for a minute and let a couple people come up in here. See if we can get a couple people to come in the live stream and possibly participate. You know what I mean? Because we always excited for people to participate. You know, we got a lot of things to talk about in the boxing world and I'm ready to get into it. So if y'all ready like me, y'all get y'all drinks, get y'all blunts, get y'all cigarettes, get whatever you need to get yourself in the mood to talk and listen to some boxing and get educated on this good topic. Then we gonna get into a few things. You know what I mean? I got the link down in the chat. If anybody want to come in and talk, like honestly come in and talk, like don't like not trying to come in here and argue or talk shit or try to come in here like they know some shit they don't know because I'm just gonna kick you the fuck off and block you. That's for the trolls. That's the warning. You know what I mean? Because my channel's picking up a little bit of steam lately. So I know pretty soon it's going to attract some unwanted attention. I'm already attracting unwanted attention already. Like, I already got the Terrence Crawford haters running to my channel. Like, that happened earlier in my fucking YouTube career. But now these motherfuckers is starting to come in and talking stupid shit like they know what they talking about and they don't know shit at all, and it's hilarious to me. And then when you hit them with facts, it's so hard to argue with a troll, bro. Like, cause them niggas just no matter what you say to them, they just believe what they believe, bro. Like there's no getting through to them. Like name a Hall of Famer that Crawford fought. Well, that's not hard. I can name a couple, but you know, Miraton, Cal Brook, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, all these guys are gonna be Hall of Famers one day. Pretty sure. At least three out the four. You know what I mean? Name somebody with longer reach than Crawford. I can name like three fighters. You know what I mean? Name somebody uh who because he was these are the questions this dude asked. Name somebody Crawford fought where he was the underdog. York is Gamboa. Nobody knew who Terrence Crawford was unless you was a hardcore fan. A lot of people had Gamboa winning that fight. But Gamboa was trash. He dropped him 14. Okay, Gamboa was trash. Okay. Hang up. Name somebody with a reach as long as Terrence Crawford and it's Prescott. Who? See, you don't even know boxing, but you sitting here trying to throw your little pity pat questions at me, and then when I answer them, you start, oh, this dude only did this and that guy only did that. So, because you don't think they're gonna be Hall of Famers, the writers, the boxing writers, and the people who actually vote for the Hall of Fame, their opinion don't matter. Yours matter. That's the problem with fucking uh these motherfuckers to be in these comment sections, bro. Like these trolls. It's like it's kind of pointless to argue with these motherfuckers because you're never gonna get through to them. Even if you debunk what they say, even if you hit them with facts, even if you drop the mic on their ass, they still gonna come up with 1,000 reasons why they don't agree with you. It's pointless. It's pointless. Like for real. Like, and there's a couple motherfuckers that I was arguing in the comment section. I ain't gonna say y'all names. Y'all know exactly who y'all are if y'all listening to this, or if y'all gonna listen to this later. Like y'all the same troll ass niggas as always in there talking shit, and then I always hit you niggas with facts, and then y'all start whining like the little bitches y'all are, little whiny girls y'all are. Like, grow some fucking balls, man. I'm telling you, everybody on the internet so goddamn sensitive. It's funny as hell. Look, I invite the nigga on my show. He say, I ain't gonna come on your show and embarrass you, but nigga, the link's in the chat. 913, what up, brother? Like, you could come in here and I'll cook your ass, nigga. And if you try to overtalk me on my own show, I'll mute the fuck out you. I'm warning you that before. So you could come in. But if you come in and try to come in here yelling and try and get tough, bro, I'm gonna cook the shit out you, kick you off, and then cook your ass some more. So you've been forewarned. And you know who I'm talking to, bro, because I just told you in the comment section, nigga, I'm about to be live. So jump on. You want to argue in the comment section? I don't feel like typing. Bring your ass on up here on the live and show me what it is. Other than that, man, sit your quiet ass up and keep on typing. You know what I mean? But anyway, you know what I mean? My homie 913 in the chat. What's up, brother? You know, if you got some time and you feel like jumping on, you know, the link is in there. You know, come on up, dog. Got a few things I want to talk about. You know, I hit everybody up in the group chat, see if niggas was gonna jump on tonight. Niggas might have stuff to do, but you know, it's cool. You know what I mean? Cause like these niggas in my comment section got under my skin a little bit, bro. So now it's time to let these niggas know what time it is. Like everybody who feel like they don't agree with what I be saying, This is your chance. Like, this is your chance to come in and say what you be saying in the comment section. Prove me wrong. Like, y'all be typing mile long letters and I ain't reading that shit. Bring your ass up here to the stage. I will bring your ass on here and we could do it. I don't have a huge ass platform, dog, but I'm about to go viral off cooking one of you niggas. So come on. Like anybody. Like the floor is open to all detractors, nigga. Y'all can all come in and get some. Cause I've been attracting a lot of y'all lately. And I like to step on flies. So come on in. Come on in the room so I can stomp on your ass. Cause that's all y'all are. Y'all like little flies bouncing, like annoying me. Just bouncing all around my fucking head, man. Like, you know what I mean? Until I smack the shit out you with a fly swatter, then you don't want no more fucking smoke. Nigga, like, come on, man. Get the hell out of here with that. Hell yeah, 9-1, man. 9-1-3, bro. These niggas, man, I'm telling you, man. I've been on fire lately, nigga. They don't want to fuck with me while I'm in my zone. I'm dangerous in my zone, bro. Like, it's dangerous in the zone. When you don't want to come in this world when I'm in this zone like that, nigga, because I will start smacking you with facts, nigga. I'll take you, better go do some research for you coming here fucking with Punch. Because Punch know what he talking about when it comes to this boxing shit, baby. Like, straight up. This is my second favorite sport, yo. I know a lot about it. Been watching this since 1990, nigga. I'm older than I sound. I'm older than I look, nigga. I know what I'm talking about. Straight up. Remember that. Like, I might be wild and loud and kind of raw with it on my videos, but I'm super educated, nigga. I know what I'm talking about. Remember that. So before you want to come in here try and hit me with facts, just know I cook your ass. Hold on, now. I'm about to let you in right now, brother. What up,
What's
my
up,
guy?
my nigga?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, they done fucked up, bro. They done let the two rawest niggas, P.O. Slick, nigga, y'all done fucked up. Y'all done let the
Swear.
two rawest motherfuckers, nigga, on here by ourselves, nigga, to talk all our shit.
Swear, bro, because nigga, these niggas is getting to my goddamn skin. You hear me? You hear me
Yeah.
out here, bro? Like they quick to talk all that shit in the comment section. Nigga, link is in the chat. Bring your ass in here. Nigga, show
Hey,
me.
real shit, man. And I'm not biased, man. You can go at the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'll call it right down the middle if you want to debate the homie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
cause dude, he keep coming in and he's like, yo, well, this happened. I'm hitting him with I'm dropping mics on his ass. This nigga still whining. Get your ass in here. Nigga,
Hey, get this
come
nigga.
in here, nigga.
Hey,
Like,
that's you must have been firing somebody up, bro. Cause I was like, damn, nigga, last video you fired somebody up. I was like, God damn.
hey yo, that was they keep on comparing me with the other punch drunk out here. He's like PUNSH drunk.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Hispanic dude who be shitting on black fighters. Nigga, don't compare me with him. Nigga.
Yeah.
We for niggas over here. So like you coming to the wrong time talking about we got a punch drunk. Well, let me set the record straight real quick. And I did, nigga. It is what it
Well,
is. Like, let's make it real clear. And I'm coming for his throne, nigga. There will be only one punch drunk when everything's said and done. I'm stepping on him. That's my
well
goal.
shit. See, this the whole thing then, homie. Shit. Open debate, man. Shit. Get a topic and debate that man. You know what I'm
Like
saying? Match boxing knowledge versus boxing knowledge.
I hit him up one time in his little comment section. I super chatted him and I said I wanted to debate him. He said he don't debate nobody with less than 50,000 subs. I couldn't even say nothing. Like, all right, I see you at 50,000 because I'm coming, nigga.
Yeah, shit. Where you at right now?
Like, I'm at like 800 right now.
Yeah.
Like, cause I
Yeah.
told you I get real lazy with my videos. When I get bored with boxing, I don't drop nothing. Like I don't drop videos about every little thing at every little time. I only drop things about shit I'm interested in. You know what I mean? Like
Nigga,
right
I
now.
got a handful of videos, bro. I dropped my first video like over 10 years ago. It was over like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao before that fight even happened. Trust me, nigga. I'm
Yeah,
like
like
on some, I got other shit to do though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
bro. Like because I told you my side job is my job is like hard, so I be busy.
yeah.
Like you know what I mean. Plus I got kids, so I'll be having time. But now, nigga, I made time for this. I actually carved out time for videos and streaming and stuff like that. So now we're good. So that's why I've been dropping on a more consistent basis, and my channel's showing it too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Hey, the crazy thing was, man, I was thinking about going live today too. I set my phone down. I had this phone on the charger. And then, you know what I'm saying? I grabbed it, jumped on YouTube to see what was going on. Nigga, your ass was on. Then I looked at the group chat. I was like, damn, this nigga said he was going on. I was thinking about going on. So shit, this kind of worked out right.
Yeah, man. Because we was on yesterday watching that bullshit ass Jake Paul fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro.
Where the undercard was way more entertaining than the fucking main event, bro. Waste of time. I ain't watching no more of that nigga fights unless he fighting somebody
That's what
from
I
real
was saying, bro.
bro.
That's what I was saying yesterday with my drunk ass, man. You can't get that bullshit wings, bro. You can't get that shit life. You got to kind of damn near boycott that. You know what I'm saying? Because think of it like this. We was clamoring from like Crawford Spence all them years, right? And the motherfucker only did like 650,000 or something like that, right? This nigga
Yeah,
will fight a motherfucker on YouTube and do 1 million.
and it'd be a straight dude that don't even belong in a boxing ring. He's that
Mm-hmm.
popular. I mean, I commend that he used his popularity but he's not growing the sport. He just making his
Nah.
back pocket. Like he's exploiting this shit and get rich as hell real fast. Then he's out, and I don't like that. Like he's
Yeah,
not
he hitting a lick, bro. You
like he's
can't
not
get
putting
that.
big name people under on his cards. He's putting like a little like no names. And the dude that got knocked out yesterday, he was supposed to be a somebody. He got his head knocked off his shoulders by a Canadian dude. Nobody knew.
Yeah, I don't even know who the
Like
fuck he is. I know he faced one boxer and lost.
yeah, he was the one kept on calling out Carmel Moulton like I'm gonna smash you. You ain't the number one dude, and then you just come out and get cleaned on a Jake Paul undercard, bro. Like stop.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things I want to talk about. Like you got all these goddamn YouTube boxers and amateurs calling out Carmel Moulton, bro. It's crazy right now.
Yeah, that shit weird,
All
bro.
some of these niggas got, bro.
Shit,
Like,
man, I'll fuck around and throw my hat in the ring. Shit, if I'm gonna get a couple of $1 million out this shit, fuck it, why not?
where, man? You might as well go get some of that goddamn paper, bro.
Man, all thing you gotta do is give me $40,000 and a bucket of chicken, nigga. I'll shit,
Fucking right.
all out of form. You know what I'm saying? Cigarette in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Smelling
what
like
Jake Paul's
Hennessy.
opponent looked like yesterday. He was just literally walking to him like it was a street fight. Jake looked like a fucking master boxer against this dude, bro. It was funny as hell.
Yeah. And not to mention, man, like I didn't watch the fight yesterday, but I seen like little clips of this shit on Instagram. Bro, he must outweigh dude by like 40, 50 pounds, bro,
Man,
because he was big as
easily, bro.
fuck.
Easily, dude was super small. He just, bro. It was bad, man. It was one of them fights that's like, why am I watching this? And why is that fucking crowd sold out? What is happening, man?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
bro, they're making a mockery of the sport to me, man. I don't dig it.
But it's just like my drunk ass said last night, bro. In this world, you have more stupid people than you have people with common sense. In essence, bro, common sense ain't that common. So it's gonna be a gang of motherfuckers that throw their money away falling for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. Just like WWE. That's why I used that as an example last night. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch that shit, but the moment I got of age and realized that shit was fake, bro, I was good on that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it never died in me, bro. I'm still a fan. Like, you know what I mean? My
Yeah.
kids are still fan. I just passed it with my kids. Like, you know how I watched it with my mom, my grandma, and all that? I watch it with all my kids now.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably gonna watch it with theirs. This is one of them family things. We just made a family thing. Wrestling is one of them things, bro. Like
Yeah,
we
but
know,
see, that's
like
a
I was one of them.
bonding
Like
with your
we
kids,
from the
though.
era where we thought it was really real. Like where
Yeah.
they was trying to make you think it was really real. So it kind of broke a lot of our hearts when we found out that the whole shit was staged. But still, it's still like a good release because it's like a soap opera for guys, bro. You know
Man,
what I
yeah,
mean?
bro.
We need our shit
I
too, bro.
stopped watching that shit, man, when motherfuckers start doing the Stone Cold Stunner and shit. Stone Cold was like the last wrestler I really fucked with. Other
Oh,
than that, man, these new guys, I have no idea what the fuck is on the roster, bro.
oh
I
yeah,
don't know what the
got kind
fuck.
of crazy, bro. Like they got Vince McMahon out of there. It's a whole new bunch of niggas running it. They just sold it. Like it's crazy right now, bro.
No shit. Is Triple H still like the
Yeah,
heavy
Triple
shit?
H and Stephanie is the two top CEOs, but the TKO niggas run it all. So they got, and then to make it even crazier, they made The Rock the head of the board. So like
Wow.
Rock is really the boss of everybody at WWE. That's kind of funny how that worked out.
Wow. I know Vince probably cleaned the fuck up when he sold that motherfucker,
They
bro.
voted him off the board, bro.
Oh,
Like,
no shit.
yeah, Vince did some wild shit, bro. Like, do a little bit of research. Vince did some wild shit. A chick came out and kind of exposed him. Man, he a weirdo. He a weird. Him, Lauren Knight, like he was like selling her to other wrestlers. It's crazy, bro. This, yeah,
God
Vince
damn.
was doing what them weird ass billionaires do, bro, with women. Like he was one of them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And it
Shit.
all
Look at
came out like she had like a high paying ass job just from being this side chick. All type of it was crazy.
But
It's
man, you
crazy.
know what, bro? I was thinking about something. Like, if you had like one fighter, right? Just pick any fighter who was like subpar in their career, and it was like a hypothetical, like who do you think would have changed the game? One fighter on some hypothetical shit. Like
Um,
for me, just to explain where I'm going with this, I say if Amir Khan had a chin, hypothetically back then, he would have ran shit.
oh yeah, he was hands down the fastest fighter I've ever seen.
If he had a chin, hypothetically, Amir Khan would have been like the
Well,
man.
that's why I was like, dude was like Crawford never fought no Hall of Famers. I'm like, bro, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, just to name some, them niggas is all
Yeah,
gonna be in the Hall of Fame one day, bro. Like even
they
Errol
all
Spence,
gonna be
they're
Hall
all
of
gonna make it to the
Famers.
Hall of Fame, bro. Like,
They
what are you
all gonna
talking
be
about?
Hall of Famers, bro.
They can
But at
all
the
quit
end of
right
the
now
day,
and be Hall
though,
of Famers, bro. He's
I
like,
think
and
Crawford
he only
is
won
the
one.
Hall of Famer.
He only did this. I'm like, bro, like accolades wise, that's Hall of Fame numbers, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think Crawford is the Hall of Famer. I don't think.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
he's
them
definitely
dudes
Hall
is
of Famer.
all Hall of Famers, but second ballot guys. I don't really believe in nobody in this era. I think Crawford, by his hustle and the way he move, I think he is the Hall of Famer. Because if you look at it like this nigga knocked out, didn't beat. He
Knocked out,
knocked out three undefeated Olympians.
undefeated,
Und-
bro. He said, he
Gamboa,
said, he said he was never the
Mean
underdog
Machine,
in a fight.
and Spence, bro.
I know. Speaking about Gando, that's another question he said. He said Crawford was never an underdog in a fight. Like he was definitely an underdog against Gamboa. Definitely,
Yeah, he was an
definitely.
underdog with Prescott.
He was underdog with Prescott. I'm like, bro, you like, what are you talking about? You don't know. He said nobody ever had the same reach as Crawford. Prescott had the same reach as Crawford.
Mir Khan did too.
Amir Khan did too. I was saying that like he's like, what? I'm like, bro, that's why I don't argue with trolls because y'all so thick headed. Like no matter what fact I hit you with, you're gonna still disagree and come up with a million reasons why you think, not factually think,
And
like your
speaking
opinion.
of Amir Khan, Prescott had just came off of a Amir Khan knockout victory. He's the one that took Amir Khan's bro. And so they was trying to build him up, and they gave him a young undefeated fighter named Crawford. And Crawford fucked around and put that work on him.
Crawford put that work on him. He's one of the few people that went the distance with Crawford, but Crawford beat his ass the whole time.
Yeah. You know what
So
I'm
that's why I'm
saying?
like, what are
So
you talking about, bro? You challenging a nigga who know, like, this is my favorite fighter, bro, and I know everything about my favorite anything, nigga. Like,
yeah.
you'll never win, bro, no matter what subject. And if it's my favorite, bro, I research every possible thing angle about this subject, nigga. I'm ready, like. And when I hit you with it, it's like that's why I was like, damn, man, you saying you're not a casual, but you making these casual statements, my nigga.
But see, that's why we was going back to like the last live you had, and that was a dope ass question. Is casuals ruining the sport of boxing? And my opinion is casuals ain't. You know what I mean? I believe it's these diehard motherfuckers as fanboys who over assess over a motherfucker. And he probably, dude that you talked to, he probably was a diehard Earl Spence fan.
Had
He
to be.
probably was, you know what I'm saying? One of them type of niggas. And he just wants to devalue all the shit that Terrence Crawford did. Because that's his win over Earl Spence. If I can devalue this man and make him look like he really wasn't shit, then that's his win. You know, it's goofy shit because these niggas is really, really fans, bro. Trust me, I had the dubious honor of talking to a few niggas that's really, really fans of niggas, and they logic is all fucked up.
It'd be crazy, bro.
They hate Crawford, bro.
And it's like, why? Like, why is the hate so crazy like that? Everybody's so invested in hating on a nigga because he's the best. When you the best, everybody hates you. Period.
Yeah, they literally hate him. You know what I'm saying? I slip into some of these chats, bro. This nigga was like, man, I don't fuck with Crawford because he ugly. So what nigga you think is cute, bro? You think Earl Spence is
Facts.
cute?
Like, what type of shit is that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's these niggas is weird, bro. These internet niggas is weird. Weird as fuck. And the only thing they doing is devaluing him because
It's
you
like,
gotta realize, bro, you
like the
sound
shit
like
they say is like baseless and has no common sense, bro. So it's like, bro, how can I agree with what you're saying if it makes no sense at all? I know you can't what you're saying can't take away what my eyes see, nigga. Like
yeah, salute the Deej, man. What's up, bro?
DJ, what's up, brother?
But see, you gotta realize, bro, this is the era of the participation trophy. So these dudes want to give their guy, it's all stems from extreme love from Earl Spence. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers is uh, they twiddling their thumbs hoping that Crawford lose because he beat their guy. That's fucked up. This
He
dude's clear.
embarrassed that guy. He did worse than beat him. He flat out embarrassed him.
Yeah.
Like it
But
was
you
one of the
want a
worst
guy
ass
to
whoopings
beat
I've
your
seen.
guy to do good afterwards. You want him to. So you
Like,
can say, hey man, my guy lost to the best. You know what I'm saying? You don't want
uh,
Bud to go in there with a motherfucking cab driver and get knocked out. So you got knocked out by a nigga who got beat by a cab driver. You want
that's
your guy to do good. You want him to do good.
that's a good point, DJ. Sometimes casuals don't know who is giving them good opinions and information. They can listen to the wrong people, and that's what I always
Yep.
be saying about fucking casuals listening to celebrities. Like, you know what I mean? These celebrities got these huge fan bases, and they say, "Oh, this fighter's a tight fighter. This one's trash," and they all just run with it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's detrimental to the sport to me. Like, and
Because they
Crawford
only
Spence,
picking a guy that they cool with, bro.
like, swear, because the Crawford Spence thing was perfect proof of that. Like,
Hey, Punch, how much you weigh,
crazy.
bro? How much you weigh?
Who, me?
Yep.
160.
160. Beautiful. Punch versus Charlo. Nigga, you didn't just had a bender, nigga. Like we went to a bar crawl the night before, and somebody be like Punch versus Charlo. Meanwhile, Charlo been in the gym the whole time. I'm like, Punch. You feel me? Oh, Punch gonna have to win because Nine said, man, fuck that. It don't work like that.
I'm
Nigga, I
about to
pick
get
the
my
homie, bro.
ass whooped. I'm completely untrained. He's training for a fight. I might could go a couple rounds with that nigga, but as soon as I get gas, my ass is grass.
Yeah, real shit. But I'm picking the homie. And why
Fact.
you got punched? Because his jab. See, you ain't seen his jab. Like I said, I talk all that shit because you the homie. I'm going for the
Facts.
homie.
Like,
Anthony Joshua versus Slick. Slick. Easy. It's an easy fight. Watch how Slick make it look easy. Knowing good and damn well Joshua gonna do him worse than probably he did in Dino or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
wait,
just the game. But you gonna pick your homie. You better pick your homie. You know what I'm saying? You look at it like this. Somebody at me versus Earl Spence at 54. Nigga, I feel away if punch. They ask you, bro, like, yeah, bro, who you got, Nine or Earl Spence? And you say Earl Spence. I'll be like, damn, nigga, I feel some kind of way. So, nigga, I know you rocking with the home team.
oh
That
no, I
nigga
be like,
Nine gonna knock him out, bro, inside of 3 rounds.
win, lose or draw, I'm rocking with 9 to be like,
Yeah. So
that's
you
how.
can't take what these fighters say that serious. Now you can, some of them you can though, like I think Tarver be talking that shit, and they don't listen to Tarver. But Tarver, have you ever listened to the Tarver takes?
Yeah,
Tarver be talking that shit,
it,
and guess
it's
what?
he don't be wrong a lot of the time. He talking, he saying it
Nah,
as way
he pick them.
shit.
Yeah, James Tony be talking that shit.
I mean, I ain't
He
gonna
not
lie. I
wrong.
was I was down there crying when he knocked out Roy. Though I was on the Roy train hard, bro. So
I
I
know, bro. I
sick.
know.
That
And
one
that
was
was the
one of them hard
beginning.
ones to take.
That was the beginning of me saying, "Yeah, bro, I got to leave this fanboy shit alone." That is the last fighter I was a
Yep, that's when
fanboy
I
for.
stopped fanning too, because I was a super Roy Jones fan, bro. And after that, I defended him to the core, bro.
Yeah. And that's cool though, because I had to be a nigga had to knock somebody out with both hands behind their back in order for me to be a fanboy. So that ain't bad. Nigga, my shit's justified.
And he was next level with it, bro. He really was. But
Yeah.
we got DJ in the building. What's up, brother?
Hey, he's going. First of all, I came. Just remind me again, Punch, who you're actually not. I mean, I was just a little bit confused with what you posted. You're Punch, but you're not Punch.
Yeah. I'm Punch. I'm Punch Drunk 412. There's another one though. There's a Punch. It's a PUNSH Punch Drunk
Yeah, I
Boxing.
know.
And everybody, he be shitting on black fighters a lot. Like, you know what
Oh,
I mean? So
you
he's
served
my
it up to
goal.
him. Listen, just coming back to the casual thing. See, I look at it a little bit circumspect because I can. I'm representing casuals, right? Well, not all casuals, but
I don't know. Your knowledge is getting pretty up there, bro. You might be graduating from casual status pretty soon.
well, you're making me work for it, homework. But if you stop and think about it, there's casuals in every topic. There's casuals in politics, there's casuals in NBA, there's casuals in NFL. The point that I suppose, alluding to is that if you come into a conversation, right, where you're not educated, and you look at forums or panels or lives or what have you, and you see 1,000 people on there or something like that, if you somehow like what someone else is speaking, you actually start to believe what they're saying, whether it's factual or not. So it's the first influence that you get. And I can be honest with both of you. I've sort of jumped between different boxing channels. Some of it I just didn't go much on it. I didn't like the audience. They weren't sort of the the panel guests weren't talking to the chat and all these sorts of things. I thought, well, you're just here to sell your own message. You're not really here for your audience. But
Mm-hmm.
it would have been really easy for me to actually go into one of these other boxing channels and go, I like what this person's saying. I've got no idea whether it's true or not. So I'm going to get on their bandwagon. And if their bandwagon was a Bud hater or a Errol hater or a Tio hater, well, then by default, I become part of that bandwagon and that fan group, right? Knowing no
Mm-hmm.
better. So I
Yeah.
think that, and I think I spoke as well. If you want to learn the sport, you've got to find somewhere where you feel like that you're getting unbiased information. Soon as it's biased, right, that's a red flag for me.
Yep.
Get what I mean? Like if they're
Yep.
only like if they're just shitting on everyone other than loving two of their fighters, well, I don't feel like I'm getting unbiased information to make up my own mind. So I just I just wonder, when you compare it to all the other topics around the world, sports, politics, business, what have you, anyone that comes into that space uneducated could be easily misled. And I
Yep.
think that that can
Yeah.
happen with casuals in boxing, no different to all of those other subjects. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Perfect sense. Perfect
Oh
sense.
yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
But the boxing community seems to take it more personal than anyone else.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
because we get so offended by it because it's one of those sports where a lot of the eye tests will trick you. You got to pay attention to more than just that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other intangibles to boxing that people don't notice. You know what I mean? They're enamored by all the other things, but boxing is a very technical sport. But people just want to see pure slugfest and knockouts, and there's more to boxing than that, and that's what
And,
pisses off.
and you know what though, bro? To add on to like what Deej was saying too, I completely agree with these biased channels. And I'm the type of person like this. If I know you don't like somebody, I know that okay, every bit of information I'm getting about that person from you, I know it's bullshit. Or I don't really take it serious. Like
Facts.
say for instance, if I know that you hate let me think of a fighter, Deontay Wilder, right, Deej? I know if you hate him, despise him, or whatever the fuck the case may be, I know if you drop a video saying, yeah, blah, blah, blah about Deontay Wilder, I'm kind of not going to really take it for granted. Like, I'm even fuck that. It's whatever. You know, he must be on some bullshit because I know you just don't like him, you
Like
know?
that's kind of how I be. Like, I will trash Devin Haney's character, nigga. But as a fighter, he's a great fighter. I won't trash
Yeah.
that. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But his character, I'll rip into it. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's how I like that. I don't like niggas like who act a certain way and then portray themselves another. That pissed me off. So I tear that shit up. Just like Victor Ortiz. Like, bro, why are you whining about not getting the big fights when you had so many shots at the big fights, bro? You looking like a crybaby. That's why I made the video I made. Like, you know what I mean? You talking about I could have fought all the champions at 140. Could have fought all the champions at 147. Bro, you was number one in the WBO. You was number one in the WBC. And you was number one in the IBF, bro. You took none of them championship fights, bro. What you talking about? You just ducked Stanley Onis 3 times and moved up to 54 and fought another tomato can. But now you want to complain? That's why I come down on certain fighters. Don't think I'm an asshole. I just call out their bullshit, bro. That's why niggas rock with Punch Drunk.
But you know what, though? This is another thing, though, too. And I don't know your policy on saying names in your chats, whatever, bro. But there was a certain group of alphabet people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Who they pounded like we had the COVID shit going on, and they pounded so many narratives like Glovegate, Terrence Crawford is trash. Tyson Fury, Glovegate shit. They just pounded all these narratives. And what they did was raise up PBC fighters, and anybody that wasn't from PBC, they knocked down.
For the
And
God.
so it's still a lot of residual damage from those guys making videos like that. It's a whole group of guys that they kind of clicked up and they gave themselves a name, and they really did a lot to hurt the
Hey,
sport
bro,
of boxing.
I made a video coming at them niggas. Like I
Yeah.
peeked that a mile away, bro.
And the crazy thing is, bro, get this. I've been on YouTube boxing from the very beginning. When a lot of guys that started in YouTube boxing, bro, I promise to God, they not even no longer around. It's a guy, Blood Boxing. Shout out to the homie Blood Boxing. Buddha Side, Carcino, fuck even 78 Sport TV. Before they all clicked up, certain dudes clicked up or whatever, I used to listen to them dudes every fucking day solidly. And then, some people like, man, fuck it, I'm done making videos. Some people, got joined the dark side of the force. Like I was talking about Star Wars yesterday. You know what I mean? Some people just like that, bro. So yeah, man, it's crazy how
It's cool. We could talk about Star Wars over here.
yeah.
Slick got into a heated debate yesterday.
I heard, man.
Tell me that.
I tried to watch the beginning
We
of
had
it.
DJ dying, bro, because I call bullshit out. Don't tell me some bullshit is good. That shit wasn't bullshit. That was shit on roasted and 17 times and flipped over and called more shit and piled on with some more shit. Nigga, act like it wasn't a good show.
I ain't even watched it yet, bro.
Like,
But
you
yeah,
can't
man,
so,
when it
like,
comes to when it comes to dudes, and it was a whole group of over 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 uploaders pushing these same narratives.
they did it for years, bro. For years.
And then you would get on a chat and you would try to give them an alternative thing,
They dish you,
and,
bro.
and they would block you. Fuck you, you bitch ass nigga, you
Bro.
pussy. Yeah.
I'm saying, nigga, listen, you seen I made the video about Shakur Stevenson and the Coach Kenny saying that Tank Knox is too foul, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, I took shots at Fanon. Nigga, Fanon did that to me before, bro. When I first started YouTube, I jumped on his chat. I said, Errol Spencer's the biggest duck in the world. He went in on me, nigga.
Yeah. And then probably blocked you.
I'm like, damn, I would never diss my audience like that, bro. Like he
Yeah.
completely offended me, bro. Now listen, I'm new to YouTube. I don't know they tired of trolls, and I don't know niggas just coming in or just trolling them. No, I wasn't doing that. I was just giving my opinion. Man, he tore me a new asshole. Then the whole chat start roasted me, bro. Then they blocked me.
But I can tell you
I
that
declare war on that nigga ever since, bro.
it's an evolution thing, because when we first got on YouTube and was making videos, it was you seen the Crawford Spence beef. The first beef was the Pacquiao Mayweather beef. That shit was huge. And
Crazy.
so in doing that, you had guys that was extreme Mayweather
I
fans.
mean,
Now
only thing
follow me.
compared to being as big as that is Crawford and Spence.
Yeah. But see, guess what though? You had guys that was extreme Mayweather fans. So follow me. Mayweather started dealing with Al Heyman and they came up with PBC. So with them being extreme Mayweather fans, anything that was attached to PBC, Al Heyman, and Mayweather, they automatically gravitated to it. So this is what it is. So all that diehard Earl Spence, Deontay Wilder shit, that came from them being fanboys of Floyd Mayweather. If you check out some of my early videos, I used to chop their ass apart, bro. Because the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao shit was toxic as fuck.
Bro, it was super. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was on that was one of them fights where I took down to the end. I couldn't pick who was gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I finally made my choice, I got piled up on. Everybody thought, for some reason, everybody thought Manny Pacquiao was actually gonna win that. I'm like,
Man, I picked Pacquiao too.
I'm like, no.
I picked Pacquiao too.
Feather's a little too defensively sound. I kind of knew that was gonna be the difference, and that's exactly what it was. He was countering.
Yeah, I picked Pacquiao too, man.
All night.
You know,
You know what I mean? Now,
so,
as far as the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder thing, I was a very big Deontay Wilder fan. When I first found out about him, it was the first fight I ever seen Deontay Wilder. He punched somebody into a seizure, so that kind of had my job. I never seen that before, so that was like, damn, this nigga might be special. But then when he got the Tyson Fury fight, I said, please don't fight him. Please don't take that fight. He took that fight. I knew.
yeah, Wilder is he's
I said,
not
you're not good enough boxer to fight Tyson Fury, bro. He's gonna whoop your ass. The first fight, that was a draw. After that draw, he should have never fought Fury again, bro.
But you remember though, The alphabet community, they all
They gassed Deontay Wilder up.
yeah, they gassed him up, but then
They
they
gassed him
started
up
hating
like
Andre
crazy.
Ward. Because
They
remember,
ran with
Andre
it. Remember,
Ward
oh,
said
his
that
water is spiked. Oh, remember he said his outfit was too heavy. Like, bro, shouldn't you have tested that before, like days before the fight? Like, you just that was the first time you
yeah,
put that.
bro, it was like 4 or 5 different excuses,
It was,
man.
it
That
was,
shit.
then it was my
And,
trainer's fault. It was just like, damn, man.
but
What's
Wilder.
see,
the
I'll listen to you.
alphabet community?
Yep.
What do you? What's
We
that
want
mean?
to say their names, but if we say their names, man, we might catch beef with these niggas, and we ain't big enough yet. We gotta get up on
Oh,
big,
Shit, I
bigger.
don't
right.
give a fuck.
All right.
I'm
So
just respecting
They
your
be trying.
channel,
If
you
we
know.
say their names, they might like strike my channel or something. They be playing games like that, but we could say it. I don't care.
this,
LDBC, LDBC. Them niggas is straight PBC fanboys who's paid off on the side. I said,
Yeah.
which let me ask you both this,
except for
and
Blue
this
Blood.
just
I rock with Blue Blood. The rest of them dudes, though, no.
this comes from a very middle position that I'm in. Can a promoter make or break the love or the hate of their stable? So if you've got a promoter up there running their mouth and you don't like the promoter, the way that they actually present themselves, the way that they talk, the way that they carry on, um, tell me that wouldn't be easy for some to say, well, I don't like any of your fighters because I don't like you, particularly when you're having weigh-ins and you're having press conferences and some just go right off. Do you think that promoters need to be wary of how they present to the public as to not have a adverse effect on their fighters, particularly for casuals?
You got it, Punch? Or you want me to get it? Well, for
You,
me
you can
personally, bro,
go. You go.
I don't really look at that type of thing. I'm still fixated with in the ring. What I see, what kind of talent I see inside the ring. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, from some, like all those guys that we just named, those guys were diehard promoter fans. They was fans of PBC. Anything that came with PBC, they was a fan of. You know what I mean? Those guys stayed on the island for years and didn't fight nobody, no cross promotion fights, and they was fans of them. But for me though, personally though, I look inside the ring. I don't care what a promoter says because it's bullshit. It's your job to try to sell this fighter and sell this fight. It's a product. But what I do is I got my own mind, and it goes on the competition that I see the fighter fight and how he performs to that competition. And then that's how I judge whether I like a fighter. But unfortunately, it's not like that for everybody else. Remember, though, it's more dumb people in this world than smart. And if you don't have the power of discernment, you'll go down that damn wrong way every time. You'll fall for the banana and tailpipe every time.
Yeah. Like me personally, I look for intangibles. So I look for footwork. I look for hand speed, power. Do you have a good chin? What's your heart like? How you gonna react to adversity?
Yep.
These are the things that make a quality fighter to me. You know what I'm saying? So
And you notice what he said, Deeds? He's talking about in the ring stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of guys they look at the promoter. Crazy, huh?
Well,
But the way you're talking now, even though you're a casual, you're looking at in the ring stuff too. So eventually, when you become a diehard, you'll be over here with us.
I'm sort of, I am for picking fighters. So if I'm doing homework on fighters, the promoters have got nothing to do with it, or the broadcaster, right? So all the homework that you boys give me is more about the fighter and the fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go and do your homework at this. Go and watch this. Who you're picking there? Don't know. Let me go and do some homework, right? Now I might come back with a whole heap of bullshit for the untrained eye. That's okay, but I am a little bit different to both of you guys because I'm still navigating my way through all the politics and the bullshit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
aware of it, right? But it's louder to me than what it is to you guys and Slick and Theo, right? Just because it's almost like that nagging voice that's sitting on your shoulder or that mosquito that's buzzing around your head while you're trying to sleep, right?
for the God.
I just find it annoying.
Yep.
But I can sit here and go, well, look, I'm not a big fan of Oscar. Am I a fan of his career? Oh, fucking absolutely. But
Mm-hmm.
I have so many question marks sitting here from a non-biased position and going, would I really want this bloke to be actually managing me. Like you've only got to look at the more recent Zapita thing and Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm Zapita, I'm just saying, Oscar, I don't care what Shakur's doing on social media. That's a big opportunity and a big fight for me, and it's going to come with a decent bag. Get me in the ring, put your own personal bias aside, and just let me in there. So I look at things like that
Yep.
as part of, watching what's happening in boxing collectively, not just what's in the ring. When you ask me to go and have a look at hand speed, yeah, sure, I can see that. I can understand that. If you ask me to go and have a look at footwork, is their foot inside or outside their lead foot, all those sorts of things? No, I'm not there yet.
Yep.
So I can only, if you remember yesterday, I was talking about having a look at Prograis against Haney, right? If Haney can land a couple of uppercuts on Prograis, it probably didn't bother Prograis because it just didn't sting him at all. I'm looking at someone like a Catterall where you're going to feel that. If you run into one of his uppercuts, I think that's going to wake him up a little bit. So I can only judge on what I see. I can't see the footwork. I can't see the ring IQ. So I guess for all the skills that you guys, I call it 10 core skills, I'm only focusing on 4 or 5 because I don't properly recognize the other 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
Oh
sense.
yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what though? Did I hear you correctly though? You got Catterall over pro grades?
Yeah, if Prograis has the same defensive, um, what would I call it, lapses that he did against Haney. Now, he might have a different strategy and maybe he didn't care about Haney's power, but Catterall's much more vicious
I
than
got
than
Catterall
Haney.
too, bro. I got Catterall too. Seriously, I do too. Because I feel like you only as good as your last fight, and if Devin can drop you with his feather fist, I mean, yeah, Catterall can sleep you, and I think he's a little bit long in the tooth too.
I believe that same thing for Catterall though. Catterall never fought nobody with the power Regis got. I want to see what Catterall chin could take. That's the only thing. That's my only knock on Catterall. Like I never seen him get hit flush with nobody with the power of a Regis Pro break. So that's going to be tested on that night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like I think Catterall got a strong chance of winning, but I'm leaning towards Pro break. I ain't gonna make my prediction on that one yet because I'm still
Shout out to the matchmakers because that's a good little
yeah, that's
crossroads
a good
fight.
one. So I'm not
Yeah.
really sure, but like I'm saying, like Crowderall speed, technique, and the way he put combination together could pose problems for Regis. But if he can't hurt Regis, it's going to be a long night for Jack, and we know Regis got a chin. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just remember
And you
these.
know what? This fight is really a jewel, though, bro. Because we watch a lot of fights that we know who's gonna win.
Yeah, and you got to
We
think.
know, like
We
we
know that
know.
we know that Regis Prograis come in like a lion when he loses. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, remember just think of this. This is what I want you to watch, Mark. Watch the last 2 fights Regis Prograis had after losses. They were devastating KOs.
Mm-hmm.
Devastating. So that's all I'm saying. It wakes up something in him when he loses.
I don't know. I hope so, man. I
I don't
hope
care
so.
about that age stuff because he still looks sharp to me. I don't see no like you see that in the ring when they starting to age out. I ain't seen that from Regis yet. Not yet. He still got it. But
I'm
Jack
just
is
saying.
fierce. Jack is a fierce opponent. Like I like this fight. I'm not taking nothing away from Catterall, but I don't know if he can take Regis's power. And like I said, if Jack can't hurt Regis, it's gonna be a long night.
Yep. Yep.
So I was looking at the rankings, just having a bit of a look around. Um, what's the deal with Richardson Hitchens? He's supposed to be still ranked number 1 according to Boxing Scene. Um,
He should get a
and
title shot. I think he got a title shot coming. He deserves it. But again, though, his competition has been kind of You know what I mean? And his last fight, like everybody want to call Shakur boring, man. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
man, so like, yeah, he's one of them fighters who kind of fight on the back foot a lot. If you powerful, he stay way away from you. So it's like, yeah, he's one. If you like that style, I like his style, but a lot of people don't like that. So
But
he,
hey, fellas, speaking of Shakur, what if you had 3 things that you could say that would improve his game and make him a fan favorite, exciting fighter. What would y'all say?
All right, I got that. That's the easy one. One, get off social media. 2, let your hands go more. 3, test your chin. Like, cause it looked like you're scared to get hit, and that's the only knock I have on Shakur. Like, I ain't seen him go in there and really test his chin yet. So go in there and test it and see if you got what it's made of. Because if you take this Gervonta Davis fight with an untested chin, bro, you're either gonna run all night and they're gonna really call you boring, or you're gonna get knocked out. No in between.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? DJ?
Yeah, look, I think that social media is almost unavoidable in some respects for promoters and boxers because they're not getting airtime or consistent airtime, particularly if they're not, fighting 2, 3 times a year. What I would say to Shakur is pick a message for the public that best represents you and stick to it. Don't keep changing. Don't tell me that you're going to be a knockout artist one fight and then you're going to be a slick artist the next fight. Just pick one so the public knows what to expect and what your mindset's going to be so that they're not surprised, they're not disappointed with what you do in the ring. Because I'd made that mistake and I thought I was pretty open on one of the panels. I said, look, I let myself down there because I'd come up with Shakur's last fight being boring and he went public and he said he wasn't really happy with it. And then there was the whole opportunity for a new contract. And I thought if the guy's ever going to come out and, just rip in, this is going to be it. So I had too higher expectations for Shakur, but really what I'm looking at is Shakur just doing enough to win the fight without getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So just have a consistent message for the public, and those that don't like that message, well, don't buy the tickets, keep going and keep your opinion to yourself. And for the rest that just enjoy the spectacle and the context of boxing, this is what you're going to see from me each time I get in the ring. Calculated IQ, good defense, and outpoint most people where I can. If I get the knockout, that's a bonus, but just expect me to go and use my IQ and my skills to win the fight rather than just blast through people.
Pretty
So
much.
just a consistent message.
For me though, man, I think Shakur needs to counterpunch more. And another thing though is he needs to learn how to cut off that damn ring.
Yeah, he did show that he was really not too good at that.
He needs to cut off that ring. And let's put it like this. And this is what my coach told me when I was really young. There's a lot of boxing maneuvers out there, right? But you have to be brave enough to try them. Like boxing is a game of opposites. Whereas, okay, you get hit or you get somebody swinging at you, and everything in your natural body says, hey, get the fuck out the way. But really, the safe way is to step in. You'll really be safe if you step in because you'll smother the punch. So it's a lot of things that he needs to try, but he's got to be brave enough to try them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be brave enough to try them. There's certain shit though, like you're not gonna be able to get off if you're too far away from the guy.
But did
So
you know?
we
So
know you got
913 that in the De Los Santos fight, there was something about that fight that made Shakur timid, man. He been like that since. You noticed that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
was it? Like, what about that dude's power and speed made him that timid, man? That was crazy. Like, I can't pinpoint it, man. I done watched that fight 1,000 times, but there was something about that fight that he ain't fought the same since.
Man, I don't know.
It was, I can't, me either, bro. I can't figure it out what it is, man.
I
I
don't
already been
know,
talking
man.
about it. I just can't figure it out, but something changed that fight.
Maybe it could have been something that happened in sparring that mentally, maybe he got dropped in sparring.
Maybe.
Maybe we don't know. You know what I mean? It's all speculation. Whereas, you got a fighter that, because let's put it like this: some things in sparring can ruin a fighter. Like it's almost like he's got sparring partner syndrome. Like
Is
I'm
that like
working with
how
you.
when the golfer can't putt and when the catcher can't throw the first base, that type shit?
Nah, it's like, okay, you've sparred so many times, so many rounds where it's just autopilot, where you treat a boxing match like a sparring match. Like, bing, 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 he's hurt, and then you back off. You good? Whereas a real fight, bing, 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 he's hurt. Now I'm going in for the attack. That's sparring partner syndrome.
Oh,
That's what the old heads used to call it. Another fighter who's one of my all-time favorites, Sugar Shane Mosley. He had a touch of sparring partner syndrome, where beginning of every round he touched gloves. Now, shut up, my evil ass pit bull. But anyway, but like beginning of every round you touch gloves. And any boxing coach would be like, fuck that. You don't touch gloves to the last round. Fuck him. Don't show him no respect. You know what I mean? In the first round. But in sparring, every round you go out, ding, boom, you touch gloves. That's sparring partner syndrome. You notice how like some guys will be fighting, bing, 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 and they just lit a good guy off the hook. They right there at home, got his back up against the ropes, bing, 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 and they getting off, and then next thing you know, they just
back.
stop. They just stop
Yeah, bro.
punching and
I
back
always
off.
wondered what that was.
Yeah, it's sparring partner syndrome. Like they're used to you good, bro. Listen, bro. If we did rounds all day, every day, you the homie, we did rounds. We go back and forth. After so long, that's why it's good to change your sparring partners. After so long, guess what, my nigga? If I just keep on sparring you for so long, I'm gonna develop sparring partner syndrome. If I'm your sparring partner for years on years on years, then when I get in my fights, I'm kind of gonna be like bing, 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 bing. And without thinking about it, I'm like, damn, bro, you good? And I'll back off.
Isn't that the coach's job to actually push you back in there and saying, look, he's hurt. I know you're mates, you're friends, whatever, but
But
get
guess
in
guess
there and
what though?
finish the job. Does
It,
Shakur need another coach?
exactly. That's why I was calling
Might
for a
be
new
time.
coach. He needs another coach.
Sometimes if certain coaches going to get you to certain places, and it's time to upgrade, and it might be that time because he wasn't listening to his grandfather at all in the corner. And when you get to that point with your trainer, it's time to switch trainers.
You always working in the gym
But the one that could have got
if you're
Shakur
a real
together
pro.
is one. Like the
But
trainer,
when you got to fight at training
I
camp,
told
you
you, I said it.
go, you
He needed
leave, you
Emmanuel
leave.
Stewart, bro. He needed Emmanuel Stewart, man. That's the one
Yeah.
that had Shakur together, bro.
But see, when you work in a fight camp, see, you always working with the same guys in your gym. But when you got a specific fight, you leave. You go all the way out to Big Bear in the mountains. You go all the way here, boom, and you got sparring partners that you hired in, and they all gunning for you. They all, you know what I'm saying, trying to get you. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
not to get off topic, my wife's about to have a heart attack, bro. But like, we history happened today. 913 in America.
What's that?
Joe Biden dropped out the race, bro.
Oh shit! I heard that shit too. I called it though. I called it.
My wife is gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna hear this for a month.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
That's just crazy, bro. All right, but back to boxing, bro. That just popped up in my phone. That just kind of took me by surprise. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
But it's sparring partner syndrome, bro. A lot of these guys got it. You even
That's
hear
actually an
about,
interesting ass topic, though. You spar so much that you forget that when it's time for the actual fight, you still stuck in the sparring habit, man. I always wonder why certain fighters backed off like that. Like, you got
yeah.
it. Why are you
Think
backing
about
off?
it like this,
You know who
bro.
was good at that? You
These
know who
fights
used
are
to do
not
that a lot?
happening.
You know who was like this used to be that used to be the knock on Errol Spence. Remember how he would hurt you and you would sometimes survive?
Yeah.
He would back off of you, but like some niggas like Terrence Crawford, if they hurt you, you're done. It's over. Fight's over. But like Spence would like, damn, you had him. And I always wonder why he do that so much. That makes perfect sense now. There it
Think
is.
about it though. Fights are not happening. So remember, I told you boxing is like an assembly line. So how can these fighters get their glory if they can't get in the ring with guys? Oh, I sparred him and I fucked him up. That's all you hear about nowadays. So now the fighters is developing sparring partner syndrome even more now.
Swear. That's funny because that make me think of that dude who called himself the sparring king. You know what I'm talking about? Then whooped everybody's ass in sparring, but he lost
Yeah,
twice in real life.
yeah,
That's just crazy.
dude.
But if you spar him,
Perfect,
he'll whoop your
perfect
ass.
person. A
I thought it
young
was an
Keisha
unspoken
Smith.
rule not to talk about sparring in
Yep,
public.
yep.
Well, I think when they leaked the Haney Javante sparring, that kind of shattered that mystique real quick. Because
Yeah.
I seen a lot of sparring footage come out since then.
But you know what though? That was so weak on the man. I'm done with Haney, bro. That was so weak.
Man,
Bro, you got Ryan Garcia problems and you gonna leak this tape.
swear, bro. It was
That's weak,
to do.
bro.
All right.
That's weak, bro. For
That's
real.
one of them things. That's one of them episodes where I was on T.O. show and I exploded. I think that might have been the first day you ever met me. 913.
Yeah. That was weak.
Yeah, DJ first time meeting me, I exploded like that too, man. I'm famous for that.
But you know what though? In my gym, we wasn't even allowed to tape sparring matches. You want to tape the sparring match? The
But you know
fuck?
what's the craziest thing about that whole sparring thing? The thing that stuck out the most to me? You know that Floyd didn't know who Gervonta Davis was, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Berner walked in with Tank like he'll whoop Devin's ass, and Floyd was like, man, you're right, Devin will whoop his motherfucking ass. And after that sparring, he signed Tank, and then the rest was history. That's
Mm-hmm.
how the legend of Gervonta Davis was born, from that sparring, yo. A lot of people don't know that, but that's interesting. You're there to sign Devin, but then Tank come and crash the party, bro, and then become who he became. I like that.
Now let me ask you a question though. Who is Tank sparring with right now as we speak? Who is his sparring partners?
He's
We don't
sparring with
know, do
Olympians
we?
right now, right? Or is he over there already? Any over there in the Olympics?
No. I'm saying we don't know who he really sparring like that
We
now.
never know who Tank's sparring. Never. But he's sparring
Exactly,
everybody
bro. You
though.
know why? Because he doesn't have sparring partner syndrome. That's why he's got that killer instinct.
Well, then how do a person like Crawford got that killer instinct when he live in the gym?
Yeah. But you don't
Like,
hear about, oh, he sparred this guy. Oh, I sparred Bud. You don't hear all that shit.
oh, he's in there working.
He's just working.
Yeah, and his team might actually tell those that they actually call in to do work. You open your mouth, you don't come back. You're burnt.
Yep.
And we'll let everyone know that you can't close your mouth. Same bloke,
Yep.
that real tall dude that when Tim Zoo was over there, one of those two tall dudes that they came in for him when he went to Fondora, Michael someone. He was running his mouth the whole time too, and I thought, oh well, you won't get another gig. Speaking of which, I wonder why. You reckon that might have something to do why Tim comes to the States to train for 8 weeks, so that he
Yeah.
does get different looks at people that he's not
Yeah.
getting in
Oh yeah.
Australia?
You're gonna get the best sparring here. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is the best place to come and train. Unless you
Not
can get
only
guys to
that,
come.
boxing
Unless you can get
boxing is
guys
a
to come to
sport.
Australia, but you got to pay for your sparring partner, so it's probably easier just to come here, train in somewhere like New York, LA, Philly, somewhere like that. You know what I mean? And sparring partners will come to you.
Yeah, boxing is a sport where you got to be outside, bro. You have to really think about it like this. You're over in the States, right? What state you in? Punch,
I'm
Pennsylvania, right?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
All right, you in Pennsylvania. Okay, you fight the Golden Gloves. You're fighting the Golden Gloves. Boom, you fought all these guys, and now you're the best fighter in Pennsylvania. I mean, in Pittsburgh, right? And then after the Golden Gloves, you fighting for your state. You fighting against Philly dudes. Okay, now I'm the best fighter in Pennsylvania, and then you go national, and now I'm the best fighter. Boom, boom, boom. And that's what it is. It's good to mix it up with other guys. That's the amateur system.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you are a pro, you still have to get those other looks because you guys in Pennsylvania, right? Y'all fight totally different from us guys from California.
Yep. We more brawlers.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we're more boxer puncher types. You know what I'm saying? Like in California, one punch that's really taught good is the left hook. Whereas in Pennsylvania, one punch that's really taught good is that overhand right.
Overhand right.
You see what
Famous.
I'm saying? And then you go to like the UK, like with the Klitschko's and Usyk and all them, not the UK, but
They'll get your footwork nice. The Ukrainians.
well, they also got a good straight right hand or a straight left hand. They throw it really straight, boom. And then you got guys like Michigan fighters, they got that shell, like a James Toney and a Floyd Mayweather. You know, so it's good that if you're a fighter to experience guys like that coming up, so you can know what it is. Because if you get matched with one of these guys and you don't know how to deal with it, boom, you gonna fuck around and get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Did Nine? Did I miss it early? Did you give your comments to Punch's comments there about Virgil? Because everything that Punch was saying made you remind me of what's under the hood.
Yep.
Are
Yep.
you looking to see what Virgil's got under the hood?
I'm still looking to see, man, because I don't. Well, I seen a little bit because remember he fought Mean Machine too, and Mean Machine hurt him. Mean Machine, he actually fought Mean Machine Green, whatever dude's name is, right after Bud fought him and got hurt like somewhere in the first or second round. Weathered the storm and came back and stopped him. But I still need to see more because this was at 47. I want to see what you're doing at 54. You know what I mean? He hasn't even got no rounds in, bro.
Zero.
You'd like to think that Boachuk should give some resistance. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, given that Mendoza can punch, although Boachuk just wiped him. I'd like to think, I mean, what can we hope for, do you think? Are we hoping for 6 rounds? Are we hoping for 10?
I need
What's your
8
gut
good
feel,
rounds.
boys?
I need 8 good rounds from Victor, man. Because Victor's coming out watching everybody in like 50 seconds, man. It's like, bro, I'm not seeing enough, bro.
Yeah.
Like I need to see more, bro. You're not getting even enough experience, man. Up your competition, because Edgar Berlanga did the same thing. You've seen what happened once his competition got up. That knockout shit stopped real fast.
Bro, you look at Gary Antoine Russell. Same shit. Everybody
Right.
he knocking out. And then you put him in there with a guy that was a little bit resistant and he couldn't get over the hump. So you got to match these guys accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because just like the assembly line, I hate to sound like a broken record, he's kind of stalled because the assembly line got jammed up. You know, think about it. He was a Golden Boy fighter, and Al Heyman, who didn't like to play well with others, had Earl Spence, who was not going to make no fights with anybody who was not with PBC. He was not going to give nobody a shot at the title. Think about it. So he kind of got stalled to the point that he couldn't make the weight no more. Now he's in a whole nother weight and he's starting from scratch and never been a champion. That's
And
crazy.
when he had the chances to go after titles, he always passed them up. He always took the
He
step
always
aside
passed him
money.
up.
He took the step aside money, or just didn't fight him. Like
Yep.
Was that his
activate
illness at the time, though?
He had 2 mandatory shots at 47. Didn't take either one because it was Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Like, come on, man, you're not beating either one of them. We all
I
do
think
it.
it was the WBA he had. Was it
And
the
he had
W?
the IBF too. He had the IBF and the WBO and the WBC. So he was in line for 2 of Spence's belts and 1 of Crawford's and Crawford's belt, and never went for none of them.
And so
Was that
that's
at
how
the same
Boots ended
time he
up
was
with the
getting
belt.
sick, though?
Yeah, Boots ended up with the belt because he ended up moving to 54 because he kind of got some kind of sickness or something. And then I think Boots
Yeah, something
ended
with
up
his stomach
fighting.
with the Stanley Onis thing, because him and Stanley Onis were supposed to fight 3 different times, and then each time something happened medically with this dude. That's why he
Hey, bro,
supposedly.
give me like 2.5. I looked up. My phone is on like 10%. I'm going to charge it up real quick or run to this charger and I'll be right back on.
All right,
All right.
You're good.
me and
So,
DJ will top it up.
well, as I sort of alluded to in the comments there, Punch, that I reckon the 154 landscape's about to change pretty quickly over the next few months. So, depending on what happens with Bud and Madrimov, Spence and Fondora, then whoever Tim Zoo's going to fight, then Virgil and Boachuk. Come December this year, I reckon that the names at the top and the mandatories and all those are about to flip. What I still aren't 100% sure on is I'm hearing some of you say that Mel's lost all of his belts now, or he still has one as champion in recess.
Nope, they stripped them all, but he's champion in recess for 3 of them. He's champion in recess with WBC, WBA, and WBO, not IBF though. So he could immediately come back and challenge for any of those belts, like get an immediate shot.
Yeah, that burns my piss a little bit. He
That
hasn't fought
pisses
him.
me off too, man. I
Um,
I think it's unfair,
well,
but like
I
nobody's
wouldn't
taking
mind so
away from
much. I
the.
wouldn't mind so much if he was going to come out of the woodwork, he doesn't go straight into a world title fight. He just has a bit of a let's see where you're at, dust the cobwebs off. There's plenty of boys at 154 that'll give you a good sort of, get the cobwebs off, get your timing back. I'd 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 like to see that from Mel before he jumps straight in and fight a Crawford or any of the world titles. I mean,
I'm
I
sure
don't
that.
think he can match it with some of the.
I was thinking the same thing. That would be kind of a bad idea to not fight for over a year or two and then try to jump in the ring with Spencer Crawford or somebody like that, like in the upper echelon guy. So I think that would be the smart thing to do, to fight somebody to get to see if you still got it. Like if you still on a level to fight them. I mean, you're never on Crawford's level, but like Errol Spence or somebody else, like yeah. But I don't think he's going to immediately come in and just challenge Crawford out the gate. If he do, I will respect him a lot, but I don't think he's going to do that.
Well, I can only respect it if he comes in and has a go. If he comes out of the woodwork and does a whole Canelo thing again against a bud, like just wants the bag and just wants to survive, that will fucking burn my piss like nothing because that's just pulling the piss out of boxing. Um, but you know, I suppose we shouldn't be whinging. There wasn't much happening at 154 for a long time, or
I
it
mean,
was
I ain't been
bottlenecked
hearing
because
no
of Mel.
noise from Jamel Charlo like at all, man. Like I wouldn't be surprised. And the other one is in all type of trouble, so I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if they both end up retiring, man. The people could speculate on this him coming back one day, but I don't know, man. I'm about 60% certain that they about to retire, both of them. Like
So there
I don't see the
was.
digging himself out of this hole, which is a sad story with him because he's really a great fighter. I always liked Jamal way more than Jamel. You know what I mean? But he got some serious personal issues going on with him, and Jamel just don't. He made so much money off the Canelo fight. He just don't seem interested in boxing right now. You know?
Well, he did come out of the woodwork straight after the Timzu Fondora.
Like
And then Errol said he was going to 154, and Bud said he did post something out there. Um, but it's pretty hard to find now. I think maybe ESPN's the only place where you can actually find the information where it details people still champion in recess because Slick looked it up a couple of weeks ago. I was asking him exactly the same thing. So, we'll see what happens there. But um, have you made your picks for a couple of weeks' time? The August 3rd card.
oh yeah, for sure.
Run run through them for me.
All
Who
right,
you
so
got?
I got I got the big baby Anderson. I got him winning his fight. I can't remember who he's fighting. I can't remember
Ruiz.
Ruiz or something. No, Ruiz is fighting Miller. He's fighting the other big baby. There's
Oh,
Jared Anderson and there's Gerald Miller, but they both big baby. See, Gerald Anderson is the younger one. You know what I mean? Who everybody was calling the second up and coming of Deontay Wilder. Then he got way too rich, way too fast, and he ain't even motivated to box. So I think he's a lazy fighter. And then Big Baby is the one who came in and stunk up the place the same night Wilder lost to Joseph Parker. That's the one that's fighting Andrew Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz is gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? So I got Ruiz winning that one, beating the other big baby. I got El Rayo beating Pitbull, which is that's gonna be a good fight.
ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
See,
good fight. Yeah, my
I was going
money's
to
on
go
El
and
Rayo.
do a bit of homework on that one because I was sort of sitting on the fence. But El Rayo's only got what 12 or 13 professional fights, hasn't he?
Like 15. Yeah, but he looked real good in his last two, real good against an excellent boxer. And Pitbull just come forward all day, and Ryu got he can fight backing up and got power in his punches backing up. I think that's gonna be the difference in that fight. Nobody agrees with me though. Like the whole panel was like, "You're right." They all called me crazy. They all think Pitbull gonna run that Ryo right over, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Mm, interesting. So I might do a bit of homework on that over the next couple of weeks because that's one that I was sitting on the fence. All right. Who else you got?
And of course, I got Crawford over Madrimov, 8th round KO. Definitely
K-
won't be a knockout, but 8th round KO for me. Yeah.
Crawford KOs him.
KOs in 8th round. The streak does not stop. I told you, man, there ain't no realm of possibility where you could ever convince me that a man, I don't care how dangerous or big or tough or strong they say he is going to beat somebody that's skilled, crafty, and got the mind of a Terrence Crawford, which when you only got 10 wins. So we got 10 wins in first defense going up against 40 wins, and you know what I mean, and 25 world championship fights. This is going to be a steamrolling. Everybody's saying, "Oh, I give Madrimov a chance." Well, I always speak in reality, DJ. You know what I mean? And it's just,
No. Speak your mind.
you know what I mean? It's unrealistic to think that somebody with 10 wins who wasn't supposed to win the fight he got, they're rushing him. And we all know what happened to fighters when they get rushed to the top. It always ends. They always hit a brick wall. And now you're going from fighting somebody who you was tailor-made to beat to fighting Terrence Crawford, the man of 1,000 styles. And good luck. Who's like got Matrix style vision. See everything you're gonna do before you do it. Yeah. That's a very tall order for somebody with 10 wins. You cannot convince me he's gonna win. And if he do win by some miracle made in heaven that this guy pulls this out, he is gonna immediately become the most famous motherfucker in boxing.
So I find it interesting that you say KO. So you're talking about a knockout, not a stoppage.
A knockout. Same way he did Abernesian and Mean
And
Machine.
yeah, they were at 147. So you reckon the Bud's got enough strength in him to rattle a Ukrainian who hasn't been knocked out?
See, I would say maybe not if I didn't see his power translate in 4 divisions. 3 divisions already completely translated. He's just getting stronger in every division. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see it changing at all. He actually filling into this weight really good, and it looked like he looked scary, man. So I think Madrimov is the accuracy and the speed and the power. It's gonna be a long night for Madrimov.
All right. See, I always had Bud winning, but maybe not by KO. And the reason I say that is that I just watched the highlights package of Bud, and he was an absolute weapon. Like he just
Early Bud was
obliterated
oh man.
it
So
when he was in his career, like the start of his career and those
when he
sorts
had
of things.
dreads, so
As he's got older, I'm still of the half the belief that he's starting to play with his food a little bit. He's only just doing enough, work as
oh yeah,
hard
he
as he
definitely
wants to.
fights to the level of his competition. He does that, but he also looks great doing it. But like I noticed that with some fighters, you can see the motivation ain't there as it is with other fighters. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like a good example of that is Mean Machine. He didn't really take him serious. You know what I mean? And that's why Mean Machine kind of hurt him. He did hurt him. Like that's the first person I seen hurt Crawford in a while, other than Gamboa. But just notice with Abernesian, he came in a lot more patient and a lot more focused. So I think that's what we're gonna get in this one. You know, because
Yeah,
I think about this with Terrence Crawford. Like, see, when it comes down to him, I look at how he did in every first fight when he moved up in the division. You know what I mean? And they were all spectacular knockouts. See, so I don't think this is gonna be nothing different. Everybody think they going to stand a chance against Terrence Crawford until they get in the ring with him, then they realize like, what the hell am I in here against? So Madrimov is going to be bewildered. 10 wins. Just think about that, DJ. 10 wins against now you're fighting the best fighter in the world. If this was my son, I would have never let this fight happen.
so
I'm not going to kill my son's confidence before it even began. This is crazy.
I'm not questioning anything that you're saying, only that, yeah, okay, he knocked down Errol Spence a couple of times, right? What you didn't see him do is go in for the ultimate kill just to blast him out of there and knock him out proper.
Well, yeah, he
And
said
that's
that's
what I mean a little bit by, playing with your food. Yeah, sure, you can knock him down and rattle him a little bit, but what I didn't see him do is set him up and absolutely just try and knock him through the ropes. And Slick's here too, if you missed him.
yeah. Slick's in here. Let me
I don't know
Hey,
if he's
Slick,
looking
get
to
in
come
here,
up.
bro.
I
He's
just,
in the chat, but he ain't in the room yet. Come on, bro. Get settled up. Get set up and come on, nigga. Get up in this conversation. But like you were saying though, I was gonna say, hey, bro, I disagree with that a little bit, man. I think that he did go in for the kill on him from like 7th round on. You know what I mean? When Errol was kind of punch drunk. but I think he respected Errol Spence. Like, here's a good fight to check out to see what happened. Like, Crawford don't really fight many opponents where he got complete disdain for. It only happened like twice, and one of them was Jose Benavidez. You know, David Benavidez's older brother. That's what it looked like when Crawford's playing with his food. That's the perfect fight to go watch to see what it looked like when Crawford's playing with his food.
Well, let me flip it a little bit. If he walks through or washes Madrimov, right? Who's his biggest challenge at 154?
I have to say that's hard to answer because I will have to wait for the Spence Fundora fight. Because if Spence come out and look like regular Earl again and break Fundora all the way down, then I'm gonna be excited for the rematch. But if Fundora steamroll him, I don't think he's gonna be ready for Bud. So I would think the only credible challenge, and I would love to see it, by the way, is Jermell Charlo. Like, I can't really think of nobody else that could really pose a serious threat to Crawford. But because we ain't seen Brian Castano in forever, you know what I mean? And
So you're not.
Erickson Lubin ain't really there yet. Tim Tszyu was calling him out, and I really truly do believe that if Tim Tszyu beats Fundora, he would be fighting Crawford right now. You know what I mean? Which I want to see real bad.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see Crawford knock him off his pedestal. I really think he would have beat Fundora if he don't get cut. Let me make that real clear. I don't think like Fundora was going. I had Tim Tszyu winning that, so I think if he don't get cut, he beats Fundora. So I think he would have won the rematch. That's why Fundora don't want to fight him. But I don't think he could beat Terence Crawford at all. But when he had the shirt on with Crawford's name scratched out, yeah, I took offense to that.
See, I don't actually think. I'm not convinced that Mel. Well, hang on. I'm concerned, not because I've got any shade on Mel, but I'm concerned to see whether Mel can actually compete with the top tier 154 now. He's been inactive. I don't know where his head's at.
He could beat Errol.
See, I think Bud gives Fundora an absolute lesson.
Same.
Like, gives him an absolute schooling because Bud's so tricky. Got so many styles that Fundora won't know which angle he's coming at any.
Yeah.
So I'm not excited for an Errol Bud rematch. Regardless of how Errol comes out, I'm not convinced that Errol beats Fundora, to be honest. We don't know what we're going to get out of Errol after he got a bit of a touch up off Bud. That can hurt people, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I want to answer that till I see how Errol looks, because Errol might come out and get retired. It could happen.
Well, let me ask the question a different way. What type of fighter beats Bud at 154? If it's possible, is it a boxer puncher? Is it just someone with such explosive power that gets lucky and lands on Bud? Is it a Boots Ennis?
Yeah, I was going to say the only fighter with the potential to come up and challenge Terence Crawford. There's two fights I would like to see. One people going to probably laugh at, but I think it would be a good fight, but he'll never get it. Is I would like Boots after a couple of fights. Right now, no, Boots couldn't beat him. But if Boots waited till if Bud was still fighting at like 38, Boots might stand a chance then. A chance. I still don't think he could win, but he would stand a chance. And Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman is a very underrated, great fighter, and I would like him to move up. That would shake things up a little bit more. But I always wanted to see him and Bud fight, even though I know Bud would win that. But I always wanted to see that fight just because he ran away from Bud for so many years. You know what I mean?
Thurman can't be the same fighter that he
good
used
fight
to be.
for Crawford, but I think Crawford, I think Crawford's experience and ring IQ and footwork would give Ortiz hella problems. So like, there's really nobody else to say that will actually give Terence a good fight. That's hard, man, because he's so good in he checks all the boxes. So it's like, who can really break the shield? It's hard to say that because we ain't seen it happen yet. So only person I've ever seen really hurt Terence Crawford was Gamboa way back at 135. You know what I mean? I ain't seen him, and I'm gonna be honest. Because I try to be non-biased when I'm talking boxing. But Mean Machine, that really was a knockdown, I believe. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people say that. I think that was a knockdown. Mean Machine hurt him too. He came in there underestimating Machine, and Mean Machine was countering the hell out of him. So those are the two times I seen Crawford in trouble. Now, if he come in there fighting this Madrimov dude like that, and he catch him, then it could be problems. But Madrimov looked extremely slow to me, and I'm talking about like Sabril Matias slow. So I think Crawford's speed is going to outclass the shit out of him. Like, so I'm not really worried. But like, as far as somebody beating him, nah, I don't see nobody clear cut, man. I see people with maybe a chance. Everybody got a chance, but like somebody, I say, like it with the Errol Spence fight, it's a 50-50 fight, and nah, nobody.
Because statistics will tell you, if you care about them, right? Nobody keeps their O at 54. Everyone gets an L at 54.
True, but again, Crawford is different. This is different. He's different than everybody else. He continuously prove everything wrong. So when you this skilled and this great, I don't know. Sometimes people are here to shatter the perception because people thought he was crazy for jumping up weight classes to fight Canelo, but I think he would go up there and I think he would wash Canelo. Like that don't sound so far fetched to many people now. Like, but if he said that before the Errol Spence fight, people would have called him crazy. So I don't know, man. Terrence Crawford might be the guy that might break that mystique, TJ.
All right, well, I've got no reason to doubt him or have any other reason why. I just,
I ain't mean just like gassing him up. He's really that great. Like we've seen it too many times on display to dispute it. Like I don't care how much you like him, you can't deny that the dude is really a great fighter. Like Floyd
oh,
Mayweather, like legendary up there with the greats, great fighter. He is. And we don't, and people should appreciate this because we might not get nothing like this again for a long time. You know what I mean? Like
it's going to be,
people don't
it's going
recognize greatness until it's gone, and that's the fickle thing about humans, man. It drives me insane. Like y'all saying some really one of the greatest fighters we're gonna ever see in our generation, and y'all don't appreciate it. But they did the same thing to Floyd Mayweather, so it's to be expected because you see all the love Floyd get now, but he didn't get this much. It was way more hate when he was active. Like you know what I mean? They call him the
well,
goat. Wasn't saying that
that's
shit.
the difference in that people would buy tickets to hopefully watch him get beat. And maybe that's something Shakur might need to embrace.
Yeah,
And
like
I'm not
Shakur,
putting Shakur in the same league as Mayweather, certainly not yet. But
not yet.
Shakur
Yeah.
might just need to embrace that people are paying money that he's actually getting profiting from to come and hopefully watch him lose instead of just going back and forth with him. All right,
I mean, the
turn
way
up,
he's going back and forth with everybody, he might as well embrace the villain role because now it's getting to the point where people is going to start paying just to see you lose because he's arguing with everybody. And that's just going to make people not like you. And when people not
well,
like, but then at the
he'll
same
turn
time,
into a
how
villain.
when you really turn into the villain, it don't even matter if you come out and put your greatest performance on. People still gonna hate you. Like you know what I mean. So that's the bad side. The downside of we're fully embracing the villain role. Like I think it's so bad now because I've been following this for a while since it started, and it's getting worse and worse every day. It's so bad now that like if he was to even beat Gervonta, I don't think he would get the credit that he truly deserves. Like, and that's sad. That's because people don't like you.
Well, I mean, all of those grey areas that come in where they've got bloody rehydration clauses and all those sorts of things. That's what you don't want to see with a Shakur and a Tank, so that you're not giving anyone a bit of an out. But speaking of which, where's Slick? Slick's got a permanent and a proper seat at the table, and he's not coming up. He must be
He
cleaning
probably
his teeth.
setting up. You know, Slick got the whole setup. You know what I mean? So he probably setting that up. He said he texted me earlier saying he was driving to the crib, so he might still be on his way.
What else you got on the back of your mind these days, Punch, with some of the videos you're going to put together? What's
The
coming?
next one coming is about the little YouTuber Dean the Great to keep on trying to come at Carmel Moten like he's a real boxer. I'm getting tired of these. He's one of these guys who was set up like back alley fights, not like back there, like backyard fights, but like in the back of like a shopping mall with a whole bunch of people in like a big circle and have people just squaring up. And if you called him out, he'll come out and like whoop your ass because he got like a little bit of boxing skill against like regular fighters. And then they kind of built up to him fighting on Jake Paul's undercard and getting into that YouTube boxing real quick. And all of a sudden, then he went from that to calling out people like Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson and Carmel Moten. Like, bro, what are you doing? But he's got a huge Jake Paul like fan base. His name is Dean the Great. You know what I mean? He's a YouTube boxer. He got like a huge fan base like that. So now it's really starting. It's building up conversation every time he gets into one of these guys. And you watched the Jake Paul fight yesterday. Remember the fight before Jake Paul? Before Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano fight, there was a dude that Jake Paul signed that was like a up and coming prospect. I can't remember his name right now, but the video gonna be about them next. He got laid out on his ass by a Canadian dude yesterday. I mean, knocked clean the fuck out. They had to bring out the stretcher, DJ. It was like that bad. So they roasted him online, and Carmel Moulton tweeted, "You can't play boxing," which is a factual statement. Like, boxing is not a game. You know what I mean? And you out here showing out for Jake Paul, and you get knocked clean the hell out by a no-name Canadian guy, but you're supposed to be on my level. That's the point he was making. And Dean the Great jumped in and started talking all this trash, like he's a pro fighter, blah blah blah. And he's like, "Bro, you're a bum. Why you keep jumping and everything? I'll come spar you right now." And people are just, and the thing about it is, the thing that pisses me off about the whole thing is that it's actually generating controversy. Like, why are we talking about a YouTube fighter fighting the next great fighter of our generation? Because this kid is going to be something special. And like, you trying to build up clout by screaming this dude's name, knowing that if you get in the ring with Carmel Moulton, he is going to wash you inside of 2 rounds. This 18-year-old phenom who looks excellent. You know who Carmel Moulton is, DJ? The next Floyd Mayweather prodigy. You know, if Floyd Mayweather handpick you, you're probably going to be great, right? Like,
Yeah, I think the
and
problem
you
with
got
that
these
is,
YouTubers calling them out. How do you feel about that? That's what I mean when I say, because I count them dudes as the type of people that's ruining the sport. Same with Jake Paul. I don't think this is helping boxing. It's not bringing eyes to boxing. It's bringing eyes to Jake Paul in a boxing ring. That's what people don't seem to understand. He's profiting. Boxing is not profiting from this. Fighters ain't profiting from this. You know what I mean?
well,
And it's annoying.
I
I mean,
see.
I understand what he did. It's a great idea to incorporate your fans into a sport, but they're for you, not all of boxing. Like, that place was sold out yesterday, DJ. Sold
See,
out.
I think it has the potential to do a couple of things. Now, I agree with what you're saying that perhaps it doesn't look like boxing is profiting from Jake Paul, but how many of Jake Paul's social media watchers have now sparked an interest in boxing as a result? And they're just starting to look at and get involved in some of the other fights that are going on, right? Because, they saw Jake Paul fighting, they'd be aware of Ryan Garcia. And once you get into that space, you're getting all these other shorts and videos and promoters and fighters by default just on a YouTube search. And curiosity gets the better of you and you just start watching it. So I reckon there is potential of some of Jake Paul's followers actually sparking a bit of an interest, starting to taste boxing and might go elsewhere. How many, I don't know, whether it's 1%, 5%, 10%, who knows.
I mean,
But you got to remember that Jake Paul started this when boxing was really quiet. There was a couple of years there where there were just no fights happening and everyone was just trying to marinate everything and delay it, and it was just a mess.
yeah, man, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see none of them transitioning over. Maybe if they are, out of the 50 million followers this dude got, maybe 10% of them is actually interested in boxing. Like, I put it into the same category. I don't know if you watch football. You know what I mean? That's where now Travis Kelsey is dating Taylor Swift, and now the Chiefs got the highest ticket sales in the league, but they're not there to watch football. You guys, they're Taylor Swift fans buying up tickets just to see her on the Titantron. Like,
Well, that's
yeah, that's good for
that.
your bottom line, but there's a lot of real football fans outside that can't get in because people just want to look at somebody on the Titantron. It's annoying, bro. That's all. I mean, I understand it's good for bottom lines and all that, but that type of shit, pisses me off, man. You understand where I'm coming from, though? Like,
Yeah, I do, but unfortunately, like anything, the purity of sports is being challenged, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, because what it is, it's a business first, and it's presented as a sport. That's that's what people need to understand. People are there for the business side of things first, rather than the sport first.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
crazy, man. They put
so
what 13 times on the screen at the Super Bowl. That shit was crazy. I counted. Like, wow. This is
You
nuts.
look, greed's just overtaken the world. I think that in part that's what's bloody killing the world at the moment. Just greed on greed on greed. But that's a whole different conversation.
Oh man,
Um,
I don't want to go down that fucking rabbit hole, man.
you'll have to keep your eye on Tank Lomachenko and where Shakur signs too. I reckon you might be
Think
up for a video.
like
I
they
can't believe that Shakur hasn't announced something yet.
well, there's probably some hot negotiation going on. I kind of tell you how coveted he really is, like because it ain't happening fast. And I think he's smart not to let it happen fast. Let them lawyers do their jobs. You know what I mean? Let the best deal come to you. Don't rush into nothing. Let everybody put their deals out on the table. Because from what I've been following, every single major promotional company is trying to get them. So we gonna see where it lands. When you're a hot ticket like that, yeah, you know what I mean? Including Turkey Al Sheik, including Terrence Crawford's low side. They're all trying to get him. So like he got a lot on his mind right now. I get it. So like, why you arguing with everybody on Twitter when everybody and their mama is trying to sign you, bro? So we'll
Well,
see.
see, I effectively reckon he signs by default to Turkey Al Sheik if he goes over there to Matchroom and DAZN with Eddie.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody, it's like the two hottest contenders right now in the running to sign Shakur, from my perception, from what I've been paying attention to, is Matchroom and Floyd Mayweather, Mayweather Productions, they promotions. They the two closest to signing him. Like they the ones he's really paying the closest attention to. So we'll see. Like I said,
yeah,
like we had this debate on T.O. show. Like, you know, where you think he's gonna sign, and that's where I said he should go with Floyd Mayweather. They say Matchroom, so we'll see, man. It's getting pretty interesting.
yeah, I personally would like to see him go to DAZN because I think that some of the
Way more 130
um,
pound fighters there for him to fight.
well, there's that. Eddie will keep you actually. He'll find fights for you, and I think that Eddie will run a good. Has the potential to take some of this social media heat off Shakur and just
But,
run interference on it
but
for him. Also, I think that when it
fight.
comes to having the money and finding a will and a way to get a Tank fight, to get a Sapita fight, if Turkey Al Sheikh comes in and says, well, Oscar, I don't care what you think of Shakur and whether he's fighting for the fans or he's fighting for the sport. Here's a shitload of money, make it happen. That's where I think that Shakur gets a benefit being across there with Matchroom, as opposed to a Floyd Mayweather. Because you sign with Floyd, you're essentially signing with PBC. Is that
Definitely,
fair?
definitely signing with PBC. And essentially, yeah, Floyd has said it on multiple occasions that if you sign for PBC with PBC, you work for me. So we know what that means.
And I reckon that they would actually, if he goes to Floyd, I'd say they just want to marinate him Tank fight for another 2 years, and that'd just drive me mad. I hate this
But then again,
marination process.
but to counteract that though, I think that if he goes to Matchroom, he'll never get the Tank fight because on so many occasions Eddie Herndon tried to make fights with Gervonta Davis, and on thousands of occasions, or documented occasions, Gervonta Davis say, "I'm not doing business with Eddie Herndon. He's nothing but a liar. I don't trust him."
Yeah, see, that's where I think the Turkey comes in with the big trump card. See, that's what I'm saying. We know that Eddie and Al don't get along because PBC want it all their way, and Eddie's saying, "Oh, hang on,
But again,
you know."
remember, DJ, I pay attention to everything. Tank disrespected Turkey already.
Yeah, but that won't matter
Oh,
if
you want me to
Turkey's
fight for you?
getting
You need
his.
to send me two Ferraris. They gave Turkey said I wouldn't even send you a Toyota.
No, I'll send you two gloves. I think didn't he come
Yeah,
back and he
like
said,
he came back like I'm not. Who you think you talking to? So it's like, you're already getting at it with the dude who's trying to give everybody fat pockets. Tank, chill out. I didn't agree with that. Like, bro, don't start with somebody who's trying to help the sport out, bro. We need him. We need Turkey. You gotta chill. Like,
"Yeah, I still."
even I love Devontae Davis, but I'll set his ass straight too when I need to, bro. Like, I'm pretty unbiased when it comes to that. When boxers say dumb shit, I don't care who you are.
Yeah, that's a fair call, and I think this is sort of what I was saying when we were talking about the whole Loma and Tank thing. I think it's just a delay tactic to see where Shakur inks his new deal.
I think so
Uh,
too. Or Loma want more money. He could. They just, when they say it's not about money, it's about money. You know that, right? Like and
Well,
like
well, it would be if he's thinking
Rick
about
said, like, no,
retirement.
Rick was right. The manager do be talking out of his ass sometimes, so it's hard. You gotta take what he say out of it, like about with a grain of salt, because he don't relay Lomachenko's intentions too well a lot. Like he kind of just say what he say, kind of like Fundora's manager, same shit.
See, I actually don't mind the idea of a Shakur and Loma fight.
Loma don't
I,
want to fight him. Shakur's too defensively sound. Look, he'll give he don't want to fight him. He already turned it down. They offered that fight to him twice. That's why he had the shirt on in his last fight. Loma don't want to fight me. You're getting protected by Bob. Remember? That's why. Because Loma turned it down twice. That's probably why Shakur didn't re-sign with them, because he couldn't make that fight, because he was trying to make that fight real hard after Devin lowballed him.
yeah, but if Loma's looking for a payout and say,
Which is what he's looking for.
Follow my train of thought here, right? And it could be just a bullshit train of thought, but just follow it for a minute. Imagine that Shakur signs with Matchroom, right? Now, I'm of the belief that Matchroom and Turkey are just pretty much like a Floyd and a PBC type agreement. That's how it looks on surface, right?
Yeah.
So if Loma wants the bag and Turkey can actually provide the bag to fight Shakur when Shakur's in Matchroom, I think Bob would want the money as well over there at Top Rank. And I think that Loma would be open to getting the ring with Shakur just for the money rather than the result, as he's coming to the end of his career. Because the tank fight's going to be a big bag for him, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh.
a Shakur and Loma fight with a Turkey bag would be equally as attractive money-wise.
I agree totally. Like, but do Loma want to take the fight? That's what we need. We need Loma to agree, because Shakur is itching to fight him. We just need Loma to say okay. So, like, I guess it's one of them wait and see type of things, because I would have loved that to happen. I think that's why Turkey's here, to give us the fights we want to see, man. We just gotta hope these fighters sign these contracts, you know.
Would Loma be the biggest name on Shakur's resume if he did fight
Definitely,
him?
definitely, definitely. Hands down, Loma was ranked number one pound for pound. He definitely would be the biggest name on his list. Like, and it's like you got a chance. You got two champions, man. You want to be unified again. You got Shakur and Gervonta Davis. Why are you tired all of a sudden? That's why I don't listen. I don't agree with what that manager said. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. You know, I want to hear Lomachenko say, "I'm tired. I don't want to fight till the end of the year." I don't want to hear the manager say that. That's why we should probably take what he say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the biggest lie ever in history, would it, in
Nope.
boxing?
They strung us along with Spencer Crawford for 5 years. So, like, and it's a lot of funny things, because like GMT was cooking, man. He was touching on a lot of points, man. He said it like you wanted to fight him 5 years ago when he was like a raw talent, and now that he's or was it Heavy that said this? It was Heavy that said this. He was like, now that he's, you know what I mean, primed up, you tired. So it's like, yeah, it looked like duck sauce. Look like you might got a little nervous the closer it's getting to this fight, because you seen him with the way Tank did Frank Martin, bro.
Well, who did they email or who did they elevate in behind Devin Haney? Have they done it yet? Because
No, they probably
Sandor
gonna have
Martin, I
Martin
think,
fight for the belt. I don't think they just gonna elevate Sandor, because WBC don't got no like interim belt like no regular champion, so they're probably gonna have Martin and number two fight for Haney's belt.
is Shakur big enough to go to 140 if he wanted to?
I think so, but again, from the De Los Santos fight, he looked like he don't like power. So, and I agree with that one. Like, he looked timid, man. So, like 913 said, something like maybe something happened in sparring, man. But like, yeah, so they cracking up there at 140. So I think he should stay down there, try to become undisputed at 135. That's his best bet. But you gotta go through Gervonta Davis if you want to do that.
Because Tank's already said he won't go to 140 again, hasn't he?
Yeah. Tank said he'll go up to 140 and fight like T.O. and Pitbull and them again, because he's down for that Pitbull fight. That's what he really wants.
Well, he might not want it after 3rd of August if what you're saying is true, and El Rayo beats him.
Rayo smashing, and then he might still want it. Like, he made Pitbull famous, man. Then nobody know who he was till he fought Tank. He made that dude famous, and I think he mad about that. because you survived. He's the first dude. Remember, like, ain't nobody survived in the ring with Gervonta Davis since Pitbull. So he got a lot of credit for that.
You haven't seen any improvements. See, I saw it from
On
Pitbull
Pitbull,
when he fought Rolly, because
from Pitbull,
Rolly's got power too, right? But
Rolly has
Pip,
zero technique though. Like Rolly's horrible, man. He's Rolly got the gift of gab, and that's his name. This is really not me hating. His skills really needed a lot of sharpening up before he was ever given a championship belt. And you've seen what happened to him when you put him in there with a polished up boxer. You've seen what happened with Tank. You've seen what happened with the old dude Boroso. Every fight from the Tank fight, them were horrible performances. All of them. Like he didn't look good in that one. Like that one, he lost to Barroso. The old man really beat him. Like Tony Weeks stopped the fight for nothing. Like you know, what I mean, he got a free belt, and then first defense got steamrolled. We won't see Rolly Romero again, and no huge fights on no big cards again, man. Trust me when I say this. Dude is too raw.
all
How
right.
he got to
So,
what he got, like he can talk. The gift of gab can get you to far places, bro. As you can see with Rolly Romero, he's a prime example of that.
all right. So if Punch's managing Shakur in order, right? Next 3 fights.
William Zepeda, Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis. That should be the order. I would love it, but it's probably going to be like mixed around. But I think Zepeda fight. I think that's possibly going to happen before either Lomachenko or Gervonta.
You reckon? Oscar doesn't. Oscar looks like he's trying to avoid it like the
Oscar
plague.
like money though. Like you said, Turkey got a lot of that, and so do Eddie Hearn. So if he signed with Matchroom, he's definitely getting a Zepeda fight. Definitely. Like PBC, maybe not. Like, but Oscar do like doing business with Floyd, so he like, but I think he guaranteed to get a Zepeda fight if he fight with Matchroom. If he fight PBC, he's definitely getting the Tank fight. So it's like that's probably why Shakur is thinking like, man, who should I sign with? Because who do I want? Who you want to fight most? You want Zepeda? Go to that Matchroom. You want Gervonta Davis? Go to PBC because there's no way in hell they're not going to make that fight PBC versus PBC and get all that money in house. We know they love their money over there at PBC. So that's
Are
all.
they
I
going
think
to survive?
it's a win.
PBC going to survive post Tank? Like if Tank's only got 5 fights or 6
Yeah, they
fights,
still got some pretty big names over there, man. Like they got David Benavidez. They got some names over there that can still keep it up over there. Errol Spence, but Errol Spence get back on the horse, like yeah, they got some big names over there that can still keep the train going for them.
see, I've
Uh,
got Fondora beating Errol.
I got Fundora beating Errol. You know what I mean? But Errol could come out and beat Errol. But then it's like, yeah, like I don't know if Skinny Fundora could take them body shots if he's regular Errol. You know how Errol goes to the body on you, boy. So it could be a long night. You might break Fundora's ribs or something, bro. Like, and Fundora don't like right hand, so I think Errol might be working on that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I ain't gonna just count Errol Spence out because he is Errol Spence. Like it was just Terrence Crawford, man. You were like tailor made for Terrence Crawford. So I ain't gonna judge you. I ain't gonna say you're gonna get killed in your next performance after that because it was like you were. That's why he wanted that. That's why Crawford wanted that fight so bad. I'm gonna keep putting this on the total pole. He's like made for me, and we all seen that. So I don't think he's gonna look like that. I think he's gonna come out and. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He might come out and knock Fundora out. I won't be surprised if that happens.
Oh, I'm not saying Errol can't win, just at the moment, because I've got so many question marks over Errol bouncing
Like
back and all
Crawford
the
fight,
injuries and this,
I
that,
mean,
and something
yeah,
else.
but remember he had more than enough time for all that stuff to heal. And you gotta remember, before the Crawford fight, Errol Spence was number 3 pound for pound. Fundora ain't never been on that list, so I remember these things. So I ain't gonna just discredit none of that. So I have to see. I ain't gonna just say he's trash just because Crawford washed him. No, because he still is Errol Spence. So we'll see. Like if he come out and give and the same thing happen again, then he's done. It's over. And I'm gonna rain down hellfire on him in a video. I'm not gonna lie. But if he come out and look like Errol Spence again, I won't be surprised. Because sometimes you're just tailor made for people. And then
Are you,
sometimes, you know what I mean? Then sometimes fights change you forever. So he might be mentally changed after that ass whooping. So we're just gonna have to see.
so who's going to actually grab the bull by the horns and grab 160 by the neck? Because there's nothing doing there at the moment.
I'm gonna go with a wild horse for this one. because he fights at 160, and I like him a lot. I'm gonna say that's probably about to be Ben Whitaker's division soon. The the English boxer up there got that crazy style. He'll embarrass the shit out you. Being a good fighter, him I like him a lot, and he's super popular.
English
He's
box.
extra skilled. His name is Ben Whitaker. Check him out. He's the one who did that video went viral of him dodging, making that one dude look like a fool, like complete fool, like a utter fool. Like he will utterly embarrass you. If you don't know about him, his name is Ben Whitaker. He fights in the UK. He won the silver medal in the last Olympics. You know what I mean? He's undefeated. He fights at 160, and he is a star already. And he only had like 19 fights, but he's so fun to watch. Check him out.
I'm just looking at all the divisions now.
Like, he's really skilled. I like him, but right now at 160, I say if they give some, everybody's scared to fight him. Like the most skilled fighter up there right now is Arislandi Lara, but ain't nobody gonna fight him. Like, nobody wants to fight him. They've been trying to make a fight.
Well, our Aussie boy came over and had a crack at him and just got knocked out in the second round.
Yeah, see, don't nobody want to fight him. He's on top of his game right now.
Arislandi Lara, what's he?
Yeah.
65 now?
He fight at 160. He's a champion.
No, by age.
Yeah, he's old by age. He's like 39.
No, he was 41 when he
40, somewhere around there. Yeah, but he's still skills is still sharp. Like, that Cuban style of boxing is annoying as hell. So he should do it at a high level. So those dudes could box your head off if you don't come in prepared for them. And he's one of the best at that.
Well, Tim Tszyu got plans to go to 160, so he's not holding up his brother.
I think would be the best bet for Tim Tszyu and Fundora. Like, move up to 160. I said Tim Tszyu and Fundora. It would be nice to see them both move up there because it's ripe for the picking at 160. There's really nobody up there.
Yeah, what can Fondora's power or lack of last at 160?
I think he would hit harder at 160, to be honest. I think
he does look lean. I know he's tall, but he just does look skinny, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think 154 is draining him, to be honest.
Maybe he's just got a genetic tapeworm that just keeps him skinny all the time.
I think he's so unfair, man. I call him the cheat code, man. It's just really not fair to be that tall, that lanky, and fight at that weight class. That's kind of insane.
Well, the good thing that you see out of him is he doesn't mind when it gets rough. Like, you
he'll
look
tough.
at him, he's tough. Like, if you're not knocking him out, he'll keep fighting.
That's what make him a fan favorite, because he'll stand in there. That's what they had to break him out of. He was way better with that against Tim Tszyu. I think that's what won him the fight, because Tim Tszyu was expecting him to stand there and slug, especially when they got bloody, and he was backing up and jabbing. That surprised me too. Like, normally you can go him into a slugfest. That's what Tszyu was trying to do. Like, when he started bleeding, but Fundora kept jabbing. I was like, wow, he's not leaving his game plan. So he listening to his coach. You can't hate on that.
Well, he might have been jabbing too, because he'd already had his nose busted and he didn't want to get in close enough.
Oh, he was jabbing before that happened.
That's jabbing out of protection or jabbing out of IQ.
But I think, like, it's hard to find a sparring partner like that, man. So it's like, how do you train for him? Like, that's why I say it's unfair. At that weight class, you're not going to find a many 6'9", 154 pounders to spar with, man. Like, it's just not fair at all. I don't like stuff like that when you got them genetically weird dudes that can fight at them weight classes at them sizes.
Well, he's only young though, too, isn't he? Like, Fondora's only a young fella, like early or mid-20s or something.
He got a sister that's over there knocking everybody out in women's boxing, tall as hell.
I saw that. They're brother and sister world champions now.
Yep. Because she won the belt in 6 fights. She's huge. She's over there towering over everything, smashing everything the same way he is. So it's funny as hell.
Oh, she's tall too, is she?
Yeah, she's 6'3". Fighting at 140. Killing everything. I mean, fighting at 150, 160, the weight class right above Clarissa Shields. She don't want to fight Clarissa Shields, though. Like, Clarissa Shields called her out. She was like, hell no.
Imagine the biggest mistake he could make in that family, going out with the sister and actually, doing the wrong thing by her. If she doesn't give you a flogging, the brother will come in and give you a flogging.
Whole family linky ass boxers, man. It's crazy. But I'm about to get up off of here. We've been on here for
Yeah,
almost 2 hours, DJ. I appreciate you coming on, brother. I gotta fucking go pick up my wife from work, or I would have stayed on for a little bit longer.
that's the go.
But all right,
All
bro.
right.
You
Have a
a
good
great
day.
and I'll see you next time, bro, on the next Labcast on whoever's channel, man. You know,
Yeah, if I see it there, I'll come and say good day.
for sure, man. You have a great night.
All
All right.
right. See
I'll
ya.
talk to you later. But this is Punch Drunk 412. I appreciate everybody who sat in on the show tonight. Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Shout out to GMT Sports. Shout out to 913 Boxing, baby. But again, I'm Punch Drunk 412. Like, comment, and subscribe. More coming soon.